Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Shadowrun returns. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It is eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But finally, have a break in your case. A sample of the Reaper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Okay, enough of that. I don't wanna do voice work while I play. In all honesty, even when I game master actual, like, you know, tabletop RPGs, I really don't enjoy doing extra accents and other voice work. Even though I can do a whole lot of them, I've done voice practice for other things, for other reasons. But I just not something I enjoy doing. Okay. Oh, okay. In the back, yeah. Even back bar. Mrs. Kuboda and her coterie gather for breakfast. This word, coterie, it always feels me like I'm playing a vampire game. It's just like, it is such a... it feels like it is such an... It is so like, White Wolf game thing. I always feel like whenever I run into that word, no matter where it is, and it's like, okay, am I suddenly playing Vampire the Masquerade or Dark Ages Vampire, which is my preference for Vampire RPG, tabletop RPG that is. But you know, anyway. Okay, am I not? Okay, that will. Ohio. Would you like some? Forgive me. You look like hell. Thanks. Just welcome. Yeah, let's just go along it. Signs of your nocturnal activity. Okay, now I am really playing a vampire game. Okay. We'll be back in one piece. Good to have you back. Okay, well, now we're being very friendly. Busy, and I can see by the look of your face that there is something you need. Is this about the Reaper? Maybe. Anyone downstairs? I believe so, yes. I'll unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. Hope you get the answers you're looking for. Like that you will visit the Matrix before the day is... Okay then. I take a sausage, okay. No, never mind. Thanks. Good luck. Am I supposed to talk to you? What's the word around town? More talk about Reaper killing. Some people are saying they are hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. Yeah, there's more to it than just that. We're just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census to see these still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock. You're more than likely to hit a human. Make it a hate crime. Indeed. Real rise you have seen out of Mr. Clove. He reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, not gonna stop throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. Leave you to your business. Well then. Let's go analyze some DNA. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job. It is going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to... Cyberspace and back. To ID the Reaper. Okay. Matrix, the cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network. Digital world information brought to life inside cyberspace. Your avatar does all the work while your meat body is left behind. Ooh. So, net running as it is done in the tabletop RPGs is generally such a massive hassle. Now, okay, granted, I don't know what it is like in the current latest edition of Shadowrun, because I haven't actually, I don't have that on my shelf. I never bothered to. Is it Shadowrun 6th World? What, is that the name? I think that's the name. Anyway, I have 3rd edition Shadowrun. That's the one I have been most comfortable playing and running games on. And the net running in that particular book is basically well, it feels like it's basically copy paste from just straight up Cyberpunk 2020 rules. And honestly, Cyberpunk 2020 rules, I don't never run the net running the way it is in the book, because it's just a tedious nonsense that well, your netrunner plays a tedious nonsense minigame thing, and nobody else does anything. In the group, everybody else is just sitting around listening, which is really boring way to play tabletop RPGs. So whenever I have a netrunner, I just condense it into a couple simple combat encounters while other players are doing something else in the world as well. More likely, as a game master, more likely what I do is I force it into a combat encounter where the netrunner does the combat in the net, while everybody else does the combat outside in the world trying to protect the netrunner, and then it becomes like a interesting encounter for everybody to try and deal with a different kind of combat. And both sides trying to hopefully figure out ways to help the other side out. Like, what can the other players do in the real world that will help the netrunner in the net, while the netrunner does combat in the net, and trying to figure out, okay, if I do this, will it help my friends in the real world? Of course, Cyberpunk 2020 by itself is the net running has some very weird things going on with it. If you have read Never Fade Away, the original Never Fade Away, not the one that is shown in the Cyberpunk 2077 video game, it showcases one of the, to me, the massive issues that I always just hand wave away in the Cyberpunk 2020 rules, where if you disconnect the netrunner from the cyberdeck, essentially you pull out the cable, the netrunner is stuck in the net forever and basically dies in the real world, which is an interesting way to do stuff. But yeah, and also excuse me on the rambling on the net running. I am kind of curious how they do it in this game, and most of all, since my character is not a net runner. Now, if I go 16, I could technically become a net runner, yeah? What's my intelligence doing? I could become a decker if I wanted to. Oh boy. Can equip. Can't go that far. That would be 6 points out of my 16. That would be 9. And then I could do this by a point or something. I could become a netrunner and just continue this, but I don't want to become a netrunner. I want to be a samurai and just call it at that and screw the whole netrunner nonsense. Okay, we will see how this goes if I am not a netrunner. Alright. What am I talking to? Who am I supposed to be talking to? Okay, apparently the lady Why can't I even remember her name right now? Cybertech lady is not around. I guess I'm talking to you. Morning, you look like you've been up all night. Why is everybody saying that? I'm wearing a gas mask. Look like you've seen some action too. Okay. Suppose I could use a shower. Oh, where is Dog Castle? Asleep, I assume. Do you need a medkit or something? Need someone to analyze a DNA sample. The castle's equipment isn't really set up for that. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. Semiconductor chip? Really? Really? Okay, let's not go into the actual techno. It could decode DNA using a voltage change. Okay. Yeah, let us not go into the actual technology and how it works. Semiconductor chip. Okay, never mind. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. That's where I come in. You can get me the code sequence, and I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a matrix run. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. So, we are getting a DNA sequence, as in gene code sequence. And then we are hacking, trying to crack, as in doing a net run, into a database bank we hope that holds, you know, that stores sample of gene. Okay, this is really convoluted writing. Holy. So far this writing has been pretty damn good. Like, I really have enjoyed the writing in this game. From just you know, I would have run a lot of the... I could see myself running something similar on a tabletop, but this feels like this is a forced matrix interaction. Like, they had to figure out some way to make you go into a matrix, because as a runner, I would be like, hey, if that information is stored in the databanks of something, why am I doing this as a matrix run instead of breaking in there? You know? Anyway. If it gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Whiz, get to work. I think it's the Ripper's blood. No drag. Wake up, Johnny boy, you got work to do. You need any gear, I'll be right here. Just got a second wind. Okay then. I have even more karma now. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I don't wanna become a decker. Huh? Yeah, I do not want to become a decker. Never mind. We're not going to become a decker. I am a Shadowrunner. A street samurai, not a Deku head. What do you want? Oh yeah, alright, yeah. Look at that flight recorder. Very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. Ready for you, say 20%, at least 2,000 for you. Deal. Pleasure doing business. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's put a save here. Just in case we end up having to jump into the matrix like right now. Semiconductor-based gene sequencing system. You know, semiconductor-based... Okay, never mind. We will not ramble about electrical work, and the fact that they are calling semiconductor semiconductor. Okay. Considering it was his first attempt, he was utilizing an unproven technique he's read about in a science journal. Breaking from memory on menu. Yeah. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? Yeah. I am. I can get into their private grid easily, but I have to warn you, once we are in, it could get a little rough. How much taking experience have you had? None? I have the throw net here. Headband. Oh yeah, I know what the throw net is. You see here everything I do. Okay, so you are the decker going in. Am I controlling you then? Here's an attacker expert system programs. Okay. Oh, bloody heck. Digital world, although you are injected in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. Ugh. Okay, now let's... There's a chance to hit versus enemy IC. Alarm state by 4. I mean, this is the alarm state as far as I understand. Ooh, things have a surprising amount of HP, yeah? Do I? Problem is, I don't know what this actually does, so I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's just some, then. Let's just do that. Perfect missed. Yeah, this is a really strange way to do combat. Can I reduce that then? There's a shield. Yes, gone. And this combat looks really wonky. Right, gotta go on you. See if we can just finish this off. There we go. DNA match located. Phyllis Forsberg. Deceased. Job shop surgical assistant. Okay. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Job shop surgical assistant. Well, that's interesting. Do I bring you with me? Am I supposed to be leaving right now? I have a question. Okay. Guess not. Guess not yet, huh? Can I move you over with me? Hopefully. It'd be nice to have a... Move over here. Do this and then nuke the... Nuke that thing for an action. Nuke it. Need to lower the alarm again. You can't actually reach that thing, can you? Let's see if we can make it attack you though. Wait, you can't really actually, well, let's do this. Or heal, you can't actually do, okay, cool, we can get it to attack you. One turn for that. Can you cast that twice in a row? No, you can't. No, it just means I'm gonna do this as well. I wonder if the accuracy actually stacks. I don't think it does. You can't move that. Well, at least that keeps happening. Let's get rid of this. And this. I'll do this operation right now. Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity can be confirmed immediately due to disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds in several places in the body with large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed. Okay. Well, that... Yeah, this just keeps getting weirder. Agreed. The fact that I have to do this entire thing with like combat turns is a little aggravating. Instead of having, you know, proper free roam. Walk you in first. You right here. Then walk you in. I find a cover of some kind. Yeah, that will do. Cover. 4 turns for that. Don't really need this. Let's nuke something. use you to whack this thing first. Great, there we go. Not that. Dramatic. All incoming damage plus 25. Didn't really matter too much. There we go. And you, I need to wait 2 turns for that. Let's just go touch this. Body. Job shop surgical assistant was found in apartment. No mesh. Well, it's weak. Body had been there for as long as a month. The landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Blah blah blah. Okay. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Next of kin could not be located. That wasn't exactly very useful, was it? Am I supposed to leave now? Bring this with me. Okay, what does my... I'm confused right now. Back out of the LAN. Am I supposed to jack out right now? I think I am. Now here's what we know. DNA evidence belongs to a dead man, whose death was never explained. Working the job shops, which fits with the living guy that you have met. Left his estate to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. Give me a minute. I think this is a good spot to have a proper... Why do I have my gun out? This is a good spot to have a proper save. Thank you very much for watching, and do hit the subscribe button if you aren't already.